I thought we'd do something different today and go ahead and explore an abandoned speedway on Route 66. Here we are in Joplin, Missouri, and we're going to go ahead and take a look. It's been, I don't know how long it's been down, but apparently they ran out of money like most of us. We're all out of money, but talk about money. The sellout Trump, what did he do? He signed a $1.3 trillion boondoggle. Unbelievable. I think most of it goes to the military industrial complex. Can you believe it? A whopping $1.3 trillion, and which includes funding for Planned Parenthood and all their criminal activity. Can you believe it? Taking your money, giving it to Planned Parenthood. It also includes funding for Obamacare. But I'll tell you what it does not include funding for. It does not include funding for a wall, and it does not include funding for this racetrack. Okay, all kidding aside, let's go ahead and take a tour of this speedway. Again, it's in Joplin, Missouri. It's been abandoned for I don't know how long. Hey, I just come up with a great idea. Just came to me. Think about this. See, the 95 million Americans who are out of the workforce, all the Americans who don't have a job, we don't need a speedway like this. And since the military industrial complex has completely taken over the Trump regime, this is a great idea. Why don't we just give this speedway to the military? Let the Army race tanks around here. Yeah, that's brilliant. They can just race their tanks and their Humvees around here. I mean, you know, perfect, perfect. I mean, Americans don't need this. Americans don't need this racetrack. We'll just give it to the military industrial complex, and guess what? Donald Trump can have a big parade. Before they race the tanks around the track, they can have a big parade. And the rest of America, just go get your welfare or food stamps or whatever you got to do. Just, hey, don't bother Trump and his military. Just don't bother them. So here we go. Let's start the exploring. We're going to explore this speedway. Come to think about it, you think about the $1.3 trillion budget, and they have money in there for Planned Parenthood. When you really think about it, I mean, what Planned Parenthood does, I mean, they take your money and then they do these criminal acts. I mean, the money would be better off if you put it in the speedway or if you put it in the infrastructure. Donald Trump talks about fixing up the infrastructure, but then that money goes to Planned Parenthood, it goes to boondoggles, it goes to Obamacare. So we'll just look around here, and if anything comes to my mind, I'll talk about it. This is like the ruins of America. I don't know if you guys, some of you know, but I have another channel called the Recca, the Ruins of America. I mean, you look around, America is just like Rome. The similarities are so striking. When, once Rome had no more silver in their coins, they started to go down. Most of the young kids don't know today. America started to fall a long time ago. In the 60s and 70s, we were going down, and guess what? They took the silver out of the money. That really is a precursor. When they take the precious metal, when they take the silver out of the money, it's a precursor. The empire is doomed. So a lot of people don't like to focus on the bad stuff, but hey, I think you got to look at the facts. The facts are we are a declining empire. And the ruins of America, you look around, you can see the ruins of America. And then what's even worse is back when Rome was falling, the Roman soldiers would go into the houses of the Roman citizens and take what they needed. Is that any different than what Donald Trump is doing now? He's taking $1.3 trillion of your money. Think about it. $1.3 trillion of Americans' money. most of it's going to go to the military-industrial complex and the welfare state and blah, blah, blah. None of it is going to be put to a good use. Seriously, you would be hard-pressed to look into that $1.3 trillion budget, which probably stacks from here to the moon. Every state and every governor and every family got a piece of the action, but you'd be hard-pressed to find something that really helps you and I. Maybe they'll invite us to the tank race when the military-industrial complex, when the military takes over the Speedway and they start racing their tanks over there. Who knows? Maybe they'll give us free tickets, but don't count on it, okay? Don't count on it.